Welcome back guys to my second ever weekly vlog. This week is very much a mixed bag. We've got some utility room updates because the skirting is finally in and painted. And I also need your help with a very important decision on what wallpaper to actually go with in the utility. I also tried out a new way of staining doors, which I think has saved me from ruining the original doors that we found in this house. We've got our film of the week, which includes some very unwanted chicken burps, and some more marathon updates, including how I'm trying to actually raise some money. So if you like DIY, some general chit chats and behind the scenes mess, you're in the right place. Good morning! So this week, we really need to get this utility done. So I'm just going to get right into it today. And the first job in here is I'm going to caulk all around the skirting, all around the architrave. I actually filled it over the weekend. So I'm just going to give all of the edges and stuff just a very light sand, get the caulk around it so that we can be ready to add some paint in here. A really great tip is I always find if I use the nozzle cover that comes with this, you just get hard cork in the actual nozzle. So instead I just screw a screw in the end, and hopefully I don't have hard cork in here, and you can reuse your cork way easier. So I'm using the brewer's cork, and then the other thing I use is just a bowl of soapy water, a cloth, and you'll need a finger. I try not to actually get myself in the way. The amount of videos I have on my phone of just like the back of my head. So all you do, so we're getting rid of this hole here. So all you do is I've cut off the end so it's like a diagonal cut there. And then you just run a small bead across here. And then with your soapy water, I just stick my finger in, so you get a soapy finger. Just drag along there. And any excess, I just plop in my bowl. And then with the extra like splodge that has gone up there, I'll just use my cloth to go along this front edge to make sure nothing has gone over. And then get rid of that excess. There's quite a lot of excess actually. I'm bored of taping, so I'm just going to go in with the paint and just hope for the best. I am normally quite neat, so I'll likely be fine. A great tip that if you're painting skirting on hard floor, you should have this little gap that you can slide in a piece of paper or a kebab leaflet. Then you can just paint right up to it and you don't have to be careful. Right, I saw someone on TikTok make like a egg bagel situation. I didn't press play, but basically I just put the bagels in, toasted them for a bit, and now I've put my egg in. Now I'm going to grate some cheese. I don't know the mechanics of how the lady that I saw on TikTok flipped this. So yeah, this is a big old fail. Don't try this TikTok thing, guys. It's a scam. Or, I don't know, maybe I've done something horrifically wrong, but that didn't look like that on TikTok. Do you know what though? It's actually not the worst thing I've ever eaten. It's literally like a big eggy bagel. Hey babies, is it dinner time? Look at the gorgeous weather today. Lolly, look at the gorgeous day. Good morning, gang. So this morning I'm going to do the second coat on the woodwork in this room. Hopefully that will be enough and we don't have to do a third. And then I've got a little dilemma that I want to run past you guys because I'm not quite sure what to do with the walls. I I've got loads of wallpaper samples, but wallpaper's so expensive. And when I was actually like calculating how much we would need for this room, I think we need 4 rolls, and the one I wanted is nearly £400. And I don't think I can justify that. So I think I'm going to see what paints we've got, what samples we have, and just see if possibly we can paint it for now and then revisit with the wallpaper when we might have a bit more cash. We kind of know at this point this isn't our forever home, so I'm just wallpapering it for potentially someone to not like. I hate the idea of like thinking about a future buyer, because your home should just be for you. I really think this is quite short term, so I don't know how much enjoyment I'm actually going to get out of spending £400 on the walls in here. But that is what I need your help with. Do a little bit of admin and basically come up with a more cost-effective solution than the wallpaper that I originally wanted, that is £400 for the utility. So I'm gonna do some Googling, come up with some ideas, maybe create some images with cheaper alternatives, because I think I don't really want to spend more than 200, I would say is probably reasonable. So let's see what I find. We've just gone to see Mercy. Out of 10.
6 is my immediate response.
I can't tell if it's better or worse than 28 Years Later.
Oh, it's fucking worse than 28 Days Later.
I thought 28 Days Later was a 5, an average.
Oh,
and I would also, I'd say it was like a nice to watch, but fine. It's films like that where the concept I get is a cool concept, and that's why I went to go see it, I guess. But the actual nitty gritty of it is a bit like, really?
Yeah.
Really? So middle of the pack.
Yeah, 6.
A 6.
Yeah. But there were really stinky people next to us.
Yeah.
Really stinky. They did a lot of burping.
I think the guy was eating something chickeny.
Yeah.
So he came in with the most. Lawrence said it smelled like arse, like pure arse. I think it was some sort of chicken, god off chicken or something. But then he ate that. Then they had a conversation, but they were constantly like snorting, and then about half hour from the end, he did a big belch, and there was an actual wave of arse/chicken, and we had to leave the cinema right away because it was absolutely disgusting.
It was so disgusting. Yeah.
So that might have affected the score slightly?
No, but it was disgusting.
A 6 for Mercy. Right, so today's job is sorting out this door, because I am waiting on wallpaper samples, a worktop, a new light, and some stuff to make a curtain for the utility. None of them are here yet, so I figured I'll just crack on with this. So last year I stained the toilet door. This is actually called Antique Oak by Osmo. I'm still not sure that I actually like it, if I'm totally honest. However, it's done now. So I either have to strip this one back or stain the other two the same. And I kind of know which one I would prefer to do. These are also original doors that we found in our loft. So they had like really old paint that was like cracked, and I stripped the whole lot, sanded them down. This one I did by hand and then realised how hard it was. And then the other two we actually got dipped professionally, which I think is actually probably a better option, to be honest. So the mistake that I made with this one was I think I just went straight in with the stain, and I think the stain got soaked up by the wood too quickly. That it went really dark and kind of chalk-like, and it kind of looks a bit dry, if I'm honest. So I'm going to use the same stain, but I'm going to try and do it a little bit smarter. Right, I've actually noticed that there's a lot of like white down here, which I'm worried is when you paint strip a door, is it like the salts or something coming out of the door or something? I don't know exactly what it is, but the guys who stripped this said that we might need to neutralise it. I think they've already done it, but it looks like potentially it needs a little bit more. So I'm first going to go in with a coat of this. I don't know anything about this, guys, so I'm just hoping for the best. This is N20 Neutraliser from Strippers Paint Removals, and causes severe skin burns and eye damage. If swallowed, rinse mouth. Do not vomit. Cool. So now we have to wait for this to dry. I'm really going to go and have some lunch and then we'll come back to condition it. Now I have used this conditioner on the dressing room table that I did upstairs, and I actually very much rate this. Yeah, I fully believe that it does actually make the stain go on more evenly and makes your job easier because you don't have to worry about putting the stain on and then wiping it off straight away, just in case it like is darker in some areas, lighter in others. This just, yeah, makes it much more even. And then I also picked up some lint-free cloths, just literally like a white rag, and they're so cheap. Once you've conditioned, I think it recommends doing it within the hour, as in staining. Yeah, for best results, apply the wood stain within an hour of the conditioner. So I've gone for Osmo wood wax finish. Where have I used this before? Oh, it's actually, it's this unit here. That is this shade. And obviously that colour and that colour I think are very different. So that we're trying to get these doors to this colour. The only thing with this stain, which I really rate the Furniture Clinic stains because I think they're water-based. Osmo is not, so it is very messy. Right, now we go in for the scary bit. This is looking so much better than the previous door, guys. That different, but just using conditioner on this one has made so much difference. The colour of this door and like how rich and not just dusty and dry compared to this door is actually crazy. It just feels dusty. Why is it so dry? I'm gonna risk it and oil this one. And this might just completely ruin the store even more. It might save it. I don't know what is going to happen, but we're going to do it anyway. I think I'm going to bring the laptop in here and put a little film on, because it gets terribly boring. I'm taking requests on good films to watch because I've basically completed Disney Plus.
Let's seize the day.
Nice. Right, I'm all done for the evening. So it's been just oiled it and we've caulked in this door bar here, ready to paint tomorrow. One job down. Do have to get around to doing this one at some point, but that is not a problem for this week. This is what I'm greeted with today. So today's plan is I'm going to have a bit of a chill day and get some editing done, I think, which is quite boring for YouTube. Also this evening, oh no, I've just realised the cat's been sick. Sorry, just had to mop up some cat sick. The luxuries that I get to deal with. Oh yeah, so also this evening I need to get on baking duties. Because if you haven't already heard me bang on about the fact that I'm doing London Marathon, I'm doing London Marathon. And so far I've raised 500 of the 2.5 grand that they asked you to raise, because I'm running it for Asthma UK, the charity, which I thought, easy, like that won't be a problem. I've got like a year to do it. And I'm still only a fifth of the way. So every month I do like a big bake session, and Lawrence goes into his like all hands, you know, like big company meetings with all of my bakes and like a QR code, and we just pray people will donate. I probably actually spend more on dark chocolate than I actually get from the bake sale, but every little helps. I'll also put my link if you did want to donate to Asthma UK in the bio. It would mean a lot because I don't know how else I could get there. So I've edited a couple of pieces of content and the door's done. So now we are on baking duty for the fundraiser for the marathon. So I made a load of cookies. You can't even see. I made a load of cookies and I froze them up. But you probably don't know this about me, but I used to actually sell cookies as a business during COVID. During COVID, yeah, I set up my kitchen in my old flat as like a work kitchen, and yeah, I used to do postal brownies and cookies and stuff, all vegan. So that is what I'm doing today, vegan cookies. So yeah, for the marathon, I'm not really sure what possessed me to sign up to it. It's just something that I've always wanted to do. I've actually signed up to it like for the last 5 years or something like that. And then this year, I didn't get in through the normal ballot, but I do have asthma. So it's a charity that is personal to me. And I just thought, this year's the year. I don't know why, but I guess maybe because leaving the 9 to 5 has given me the opportunity that I could train for a marathon like half properly. Because it is like a real commitment. Like some of the weeks I'm running like 50, 60 kilometre weeks, which is hours, it's hours and hours. Like I'm hoping the marathon will take me under 5.5 hours, but if I'm doing training runs at like 3.5 hours, then my legs are basically useless for the rest of the day. I don't know how people are doing that whilst also like doing a pretty intense 9 to 5. So hats off to marathon runners. They are a different breed of human. So yeah, I just figured that this year was a good year to say, let's do it. We're not going to get in on the ballot. We've tried. Let's just get a charity place. Let's get in. But yeah, now I've actually got to do the training. And we're done. And now it is definitely time for bed. Good morning, gang. So this morning we have had the lovely guys from Avon Marble out to template the utility room. They're a company that we used before, so they did like the whole of our kitchen. All of this is from Avon Marble. And we paid for this. This wasn't gifted or anything. And I absolutely love it. So we went back there again, but this time we've agreed that I'm going to do some content for them in exchange for the piece of worktop. So on Saturday, I'm going to pop round in the morning and like film some of their showroom, and them actually cutting the piece of worktop for us, which is actually quite cool. And I think that will be interesting content as well. I love it when stuff like that aligns, because yeah, I would much rather support like a local company that I've used before. I know they're good, I know they're friendly, I know they're so worth it. And yeah, it just benefits both of us really. I really wanted their worktop, they need some promoting, so perfect. So yeah, that was this morning. Now I'm gonna head out for a run, and I'm gonna get home, shower, have some lunch, and then we're gonna do some editing. That was incredibly hard. My hair. I don't care at this point. I actually realised that I didn't show you the wallpapers. So I'm going to end this video with showing you the potential wallpapers for the utility room. And if you guys could comment which one you think is the best option for here, that would be really appreciative, because I don't know. And it has to be one of these because I am not buying more samples. So let's go. Firstly, all of these are under £50, which was kind of my criteria because I had one before that was £92 and it's just way too expensive to do in this room. So this one, I like the colours, so it's like mustardy and green, but I think potentially it's a little bit kids room vibes. Like this is quite a sophisticated look and I don't know if this is. So unsure on this one, to be honest. These two I love. They're Willow Boughs, I think, by Clark & Clark. There's two issues with these. So this one, I think, is it too beige? So I've got beige cabinets. That is beige, let's be honest. Is the pattern going to be enough to sort of elevate this room to make it interesting enough? Or is it just going to look beige? This one, I do like the blue, but we don't have blue anywhere in our home. So we're very much like earthy tones like browns, greens, reds. Is that going to be like, oh, that doesn't fit with any of the other house? So yeah, I like these two. They're just my conundrums. Then this one is actually the cheapest. Is that is that a bit too much? I don't know. Like it looks really good if I'm looking in the hallway like that. Let me get into focus like that. But I just think if I do it all over the place, is that going to be too busy, too much? But I enjoy the colours of this one more than any other. It doesn't stop there. So I have two more. This one I think is £40-ish a roll. I actually love this. I love the pattern. It looks way more expensive than it is. I just don't know if it is for this room. I don't know why I'm being so picky. Maybe it's the blue again. I think this would look really good in like a bathroom for some reason. It's giving me bathroom vibes. But is it right for this room? Do I just like the wallpaper? And is it good for this room? That's what I struggle with. I can enjoy a wallpaper, but in the room it has to like be the right decision. And then last but not least, we have this William Morris print, which again I think goes quite well with the palette of our house. Like it's very earthy colours. Goes well with this. I don't know, is that the boring choice? It's very similar to what we've got in our bathroom. But yeah, please help. I'm just not excited by this one. I don't know. So please help me out. If we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, which one would you pick? Help. And as always, thank you so much for watching these. Like, it actually means a lot. The few comments that I had on my first week one was like so nice because it's like, it's completely brand new to me, so I have no idea if this is even interesting or not. So if you would like to see other stuff, please let me know. Probably if you hated it, don't tell me, but just move on. But any support means the world. And remember that you can follow our short form content over on TikTok or Instagram and YouTube actually. And I will see you next week.